Moving across the country was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life, and I stand on that and I will forever. And I'm going to discuss why, everything that led up to it, how magical those first couple months were, and then all the growth and progress that I've had since then. Now, if you're watching this and you're considering moving from city to city, out of your hometown, out of state, this is going to be a perfect video for you. Most of us become so attached to just the same thing over and over. And I want people to understand this. There's the beauty of the order and the chaos within this concept. Routine, discipline, doing the same thing over and over has its benefits, and it also has its negatives when you look at it. So from a lifestyle standpoint, if I really stick to my disciplines, I live a good life. However, that kind of consistency of like living in the same place could potentially work against you. Why? You have a limited perspective. You never really explore. There could be more opportunities out there, but you never went to go look, or you never even risked it, right? Because we're so anti-risk now, which is kind of crazy. But I'll tell you this, the fact that I did it already puts me in a small percentage category, yet the confirmation that that was the right decision was awesome. So leading up to it, this is probably a couple years before, I'm already thinking about moving out of California. I was in Los Angeles, California, pretty much my whole life, aside from, being at school and being overseas for professional sports, which is what I played before I got into the real estate business. And, running my business, started in real estate in 2013, started doing content creation, blew up my business, blew up my social media, started making very good money. So by 2018, 2019, the seed was already planted to leave California because I wanted to try something new, but at the same time, I was getting sick of living there, especially when it came to running my own business and taxes and many other reasons, right? So come 2020, I really finalized the plan. I tell my girlfriend at the time, hey, I'm leaving and I think I'm going to land in Florida. I'm just letting you know, right? So she decided to make the move too, and she made it 6 or 7 months after me. And so that decision was made. And then I moved out of the property that I was in April of 2021. And then in May is when I officially left, California. I stayed with my ex up until, those last 30, 45 days before I decided to go. And then I think it was May 14th, May 15th of 2021. I can take a look at my plane ticket to let you guys know exactly when it was. It is when I officially left. Now, when I left, I had all my stuff taken by the movers, put in storage. And I was basically coming out here and figuring it out. I had 2 pairs of pants, 2 pairs of shorts, a couple shirts, 2 pairs of shoes. I later had my ex ship my main computer and then a couple of my suits. And that was about it. And I said, hey, I have to establish it. The whole goal was to get an office and then buy my first property out here, to live in. And, for those first couple months, I landed in May. I didn't end up moving until probably September, October of that year into my house. I got my office first, but I stayed in a little Airbnb, like a 1-bedroom studio by the water in North Beach. So Miami Beach is split up into 3, South Beach, Mid Beach, North Beach. I was in North Beach, right? I didn't want to be in all the touristy stuff of South Beach, right? Or even Mid Beach. I move, I basically have nothing. And let me tell you this. Did I have everything figured out? No. I visited my team members in Central Florida. I bought my Escalade, which I literally just sold, a couple weeks ago, which lasted me for years. I bought that Escalade, then I ended up driving it down to Miami, stayed in a couple Airbnbs for a couple days before I secured that long-term Airbnb. The amount of adventure and thrill of doing that was amazing. A lot of people would be scared. You have to start over. You don't know the area. You have to start a whole new social circle. I looked at that as an opportunity. It forced me to tap into my resourcefulness. Now, I had trained myself, very socially savvy now, very comfortable meeting people, talking to people, holding conversations. I'm a good speaker, but I trained myself, right? I wasn't born that way. I just developed that charisma, the charm, the speaking ability, the storytelling, right? Through all the work that I've done in sales, through a lot of training, right? I coach people on that stuff now. I developed it, right? So I looked at it like being a kid in a candy store, but the cool thing is even though I possessed all that, you still have to do it. You're still going out on a limb. you're still starting over. Now, I'll admit that I wasn't like an average person. I didn't just get a job, right? I'm an entrepreneur. I had my own business. I made a ton of money online. I expanded my team. Within being here a couple months, I added like 5 or 6 people to my real estate team. We opened up a second office the year later. I wasn't like a regular 9 to 5 moving, right? I was more like an entrepreneur who was just going wherever he wanted to go. So I'll make that clear. However, I had to go out. I had to meet all the new people in Miami. I had to make new connections. I had to make new friends, develop a new social circle, which again, I did pretty quickly. But see, the fact that you have to do that though, and you put yourself in a position where you are required to be resourceful, to me, pulls something out of the human being that very rarely, unless there's like dire moments or situations, it never gets pulled out of them. And I think a lot of people are sitting and sleeping on their potential because they desire that. Like recently, I've been desiring to even leave the US, which over the next year or two with my businesses, if I get to the point where I have leadership in place and I might. And I'm thinking of this summer going to explore some places that I haven't gone to, like Japan, Southeast Asia. There's certain places in Africa I still want to go, but I've pretty much been everywhere else. I've toured most of Central and South America, parts of Europe. So there's a few other places I got to check out before I decide where I would go. But I've already done stuff like that in my life, and I've taken those leaps. So I know how cool it is to do it. And when you have the desire, a lot of people have that pent up desire to do these things. They just allow the uncertainty to stop them because look, there's always going to be risk. There's always risk. Even in my position, making very good money and doing all that, it was still risky. It's still not the comfortable thing. I remember getting messages, bro, you built up an empire. Why are you leaving? Now, it doesn't matter where I live, but I understand where they're coming from. I'm leaving what's familiar to dive headfirst into the unknown. And that fascinates me, man. That fascinates me. I dare to do that. Let's say I do move to a completely different country where I don't even speak the language. I'm fluent in Spanish and English. So when I moved here to Miami, everybody was speaking to me in Spanish. It was cool. That didn't make me uncomfortable. But let's say I moved to Southeast Asia. I don't speak Mandarin. I don't speak Cantonese. I don't speak Vietnamese. I don't speak Thai. But let's say I end up in one of those countries. Fuck it. I'm going to be like a kid in a candy store again, even though I'll be probably in my mid-40s by then. It doesn't matter. I'm going to enjoy it. It's going to be fun. And it'll force me to be resourceful, make friends, and kind of do my thing if I end up doing it, right? But if I end up not doing it, it's not because I'm scared of the risk. It will be because I decided not to do it. But going back to right when I moved here, those first couple months were magical, making new friends, realizing that at heart, I'm really a minimalist. I went from living in like a 5,000 square foot mansion and having 7 cars to literally having nothing. I then got the cars that I had left shipped to me. I ended up selling them not too long after because I stopped driving them. My Supra, my Porsche GT3 RS, my Mark IV 1997 Anniversary Edition Supra. I had that Evo 8, right? The Mitsubishi Lancer that I bought here and enjoyed for like a year or two because I missed driving a stick. But the fact that I could go across the country, have a new social circle, have fun, meet everybody, go to all the places and do that within a couple months was awesome. I just proved to myself I can conquer anywhere I go. I can do what I want to do anywhere that I choose. This is amazing. And to prove that to yourself, there's a lot of weight to that, would be the best way to express it. There's a lot of weight to that. And many of you do not realize how much potential you have in you. So right now, if you're thinking of, even if it's not making a move, anything that you consider risky, because again, it's a calculated risk, but anything you consider risky, go for it. Because let's say you do it and it doesn't work out perfectly. Oh, well, at least you swung for the fences. How bad would it be to not do it and then regret it later on in life or when you're on your deathbed that you didn't do it? You only have one life, my friends. And not only did I relish in that experience, I grew so much as a person. I grew as a leader, as an individual, as a man. I really understand that I take charge in my life, and when I want to do something, I do it. When I want to accomplish something, I work my ass off and I do it. Everything I wanted to accomplish when I moved here, I did. When I moved here, I wanted to establish my team here, which I did. I had 6 new members in South Florida within months. I wanted to buy 3 investment properties. Within 18 months, I bought 4. I bought my principal residence. I bought 2 condos that I still own to this day that I rent out. Excuse me. And then I bought a boat slip, which I ended up flipping a year later for like a $50,000 profit. Sorry. Excuse me. Other than that, I wanted to grow my real estate network in South Florida, which I did, and I grew it nationwide. So all those initial goals, meet all the movers and shakers in the city, get to know everybody, play basketball at the coolest places, make great connections for business. I'm working with a developer now too. So all the things that I wanted to accomplish, I accomplished. Damn, what the hell's in my throat? Sorry. I'm going to end the video a little sooner than I thought because I don't want to keep coughing like that. But I accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish. Now I'm moving on. I've been here almost 5 years. You guys have heard I'm moving, leaving Miami. Cool. But now, see, making these moves, and everyone's like, oh my God, you got to start over again. Who cares? Within a month or two of being in my new place, which I'll announce soon, I'm going to have, again, brand new friendship circle. Shit, I might even have a new girlfriend. You never know. Recruiting more people for my team. Probably within a couple months, we'll open up a local office there for Team BC, which I'm recruiting. I'm recruiting it real. Team BC nationwide, my real estate team. I'm all in, man. But you got to take the risk. And I'm telling you, moving across the country proved to me everything that I've said. It showed that I can accomplish whatever I want to accomplish. And it gave me just another level of confidence and zest for life. I'm telling you. You want more confidence in yourself and your decision-making abilities? Do it. Because for you, it might not be moving across the country, but it may be something else that the magnitude of the decision is similar to that. Do it and watch what happens. You will transform and become a Super Saiyan, right? For the Dragon Ball Z fans, a Super Saiyan version of yourself. I am telling you. Okay? That's it for this one, guys. We'll see you. Peace.